In case I wasn't clear enough earlier, I love you, Juliet Nichols.
That's a shame.
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, tasty morsels. It's Reverse BLT. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching Silo, episode 9 of the first season, which is entitled The Getaway. Interesting title because it implies that somehow Juliet survived going over the rails, and I definitely want to know how the hell she managed to do that.
Pilates.
We discovered that all of our early misgivings about Bernard from IT were 100% correct. He is, in fact, the bad guy as far as we, can tell from Juliet's perspective. And he appears to be the person ultimately pulling all the strings in the silo. I do still have a few doubts about how true that is. I think in terms of what they know, meaning the conspirators in the silo, he is the top dog. But this place is feeling more and more like the sort of like zoo concept from sci-fi, or like one of the Vault-Tec experiments from Fallout or something, which leads me to believe that while he may be the top of the power structure in the silo, what's really going on involves people far beyond him. You know what I mean? That he might not even be even remotely aware of, which is probably true. He probably isn't aware of the fact that there's something outside of him that's controlling everything. You know what I mean?
Boy, howdy.
We got confirmation that, of what all happened with Juliet's mother. The fact that she basically was a big brain who was trying to advance science and technology in ways that the people controlling the silo deemed improper, and thought that her husband had ratted her out, crushed the mom's spirit, and she eventually committed suicide, and Juliet spent her whole life blaming her father. So they got to reconcile, which was great. Interim Mayor Bernard sprang his trap, but like I mentioned already, she managed to escape by running and jumping over the balcony. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how the heck that worked out. Oh. She just knew a place where she could jump and not go that far. Okay. Run, Juliet, run! Bet right about now they're regretting that part in the pact that forbids elevators.
I'm going to have Amundsen talk to anyone who might give us shelter.
Ah, what's this? What's 18, buddy? We're about to see the people truly behind the curtain.
One sheriff was already sent out to clean, and the other was on their way, and neither of them had children. So when you think of your secret and your pride about what you're qualified to do, picture your daughter growing up without you. Think about that.
Kat, that's not fair.
It absolutely is fair. Having kids means you don't just think about yourself anymore.
I tried to tell him mechanical runs like a fine old machine because of the hard-working citizens who put the safety of the silo above all else.
Yet here they are.
Yeah.
Well, come on in. I ain't got shit to hide.
Well, we all know that's not true, but I bet she's gotten very good at hiding it.
Why did they close school?
It's just a special day, honey. I don't have to go to work either. It'll just be you and me. Grilled cheese for lunch.
Famous last words.
Ma'am.
I was a raider for 12 years before I moved over to IT. I can take care of myself.
Yes, ma'am. But we'd really feel better.
You drew a lot of attention running up yelling my name. You think my husband would like that?
So she used to be one of them. Interesting. That's what I was thinking. What better place to hide? You armed? Wow. Her family has a whole lot of privileges that other people don't.
I am a sovereign citizen.
Tell you what, though, holding the gun out like that, you're asking for it to get taken from you.
I'm not gonna hurt you, but I will if I have to.
There's only one shot in there.
How many will I need?
Depends. Don't turn your back.
Kitchen.
No.
Oh my goodness. She really doesn't know what she's doing. She's getting up shooting this poor lady. You got no trigger control. Trigger discipline. Juliet, please take your finger outside of the trigger guard, please. This woman doesn't deserve to get shot just because you don't know what you're doing. Smart.
What are you doing?
That's definitely going to get flagged in IT.
Can you tell me if she left a note?
No note. This place was a mess.
I was just thinking, if I found out why she said she had to go out, maybe I could figure out where she is.
I don't know. But you should go, sir.
It's interesting watching people's divided loyalties, too.
My husband works for the good of the silo.
Oh, you believe in the good of the silo.
I do.
But not enough to let two raiders into your apartment where your son sleeps.
I had a feeling he wouldn't keep that door closed. Do they have backup weapons in the kids' room?
Welcome to Florida.
All right, so who summoned you with that blinky light, dude? Yeah, figure there's a reason you drink so much. So he does answer to somebody. Whatever meeting he's about to have, he wants to stay as clear-headed as possible for. Definitely not a dumb man, and they cleared out literally everything. All right, you lost me here a little bit, buddy. What are you figuring out? Oh my gosh, yes, handcuff keys.
Kinky.
Sheriff, you don't know how to do a pat down? Oh, medicine cabinet. Is that where the piece of glass came from? Yeah, Juliet's pretty good at hiding stuff. Well, now you're gonna see. Will you be infected by the need to know too? Because it is like a virus, I'm telling you.
Any idea what they are? The lights?
He knows.
No, sir.
Bet you the mayor knows.
Any guesses?
Yeah, the smile even says he knows.
We had a conversation that was hard to hear over the water that she left running. Nichols then broke her mirror, destroying the air quality monitor behind it, a criminal offense.
Air quality monitor.
You turned a blind eye. Why? Because of a crush?
Love how he says it with such disdain.
What did she want from you?
Just help with the hard drive, but I didn't help her.
Describe it to me. The hard drive, describe it to me.
It's old.
What else?
It's beat up.
Was there a serial number?
I didn't look at it that close.
Shit, you're lying to me. What else?
Tim Robbins is genuinely terrifying when he wants to be.
Not a serial number, just an...
Yes, what number?
A number. 18.
Like your little thingy. And so it begins for you too, buddy. And of course, his hand shakes even worse now because he's the stress of seeing all of these things forbidden and wonderful.
And you chose to protect your family before the silo. I suppose that is completely understandable. But now I wonder whether making you my shadow would be fair.
Got it. That drive is connected to a computer in an apartment on level 17.
17?
Yes, sir. Apartment 114.
Gotta be fucking kidding.
Hide in plain sight. He left some breadcrumbs.
The second you connected that drive, they knew where you were. You can either run right now or keep watching and die.
Oh my god, what if Sim's wife is a flame keeper? I didn't even think of that. All those years as they... And I even said someone had to be helping her.
Shit. All the alleyway cameras are going dark.
Yeah, someone is helping her. So it wasn't a plot hole at all. Sim's wife, a former freaking raider, married to the man in janitorial, is a flame keeper.
All right. Are you okay? Anthony, are you okay?
Nice twist. I like that.
Next.
Dude, you're being very conspicuous. Makes me think of if Beaker from the Muppets was human.
Hey, I said you were the best.
What are we thinking, Billings? What are we thinking? I know it's a lot. Take it in, absorb it, contextualize it, and hopefully make the right choice. The right choice is not to destroy it, dude. He couldn't help it. Part of him still needs to know. To hold on to one little bit of it.
Hey, Jules. Pretty crazy, right? This is a video.
What the actual fuck?
I can't forgive you for destroying that, Billings. That's your heritage, dude. Your heritage.
Atlanta was more than just a Delta hub.
My plan was to get all the knowledge you could provide and then leave you behind. But then the most annoying thing happened. I fell in love. With you.
No.
Anyway.
He doesn't have the social graces to realize that he shouldn't be watching the rest of this message.
I'm guessing you're wondering what I did about the water well. Turns out it was nothing to worry about. Anyway, Jules, the important thing is the door is down there. You have to find it.
So either the water isn't actually real or it isn't very deep at all. Just looks like it is. Maybe as an extra deterrent. How much time are you going to spend staring at that one picture as you allowed yourself to keep? Well, there's some symbolism if I ever saw it.
We have one goal, one ambition, and we will not lose sight of that.
What is that goal? What is that ambition?
He found out I had an escort bring you and Anthony home, and now he's wondering if I'm the wrong person to shadow him.
Wait, what if they're both flame keepers? What if they're both flame keepers?
Anthony,
and he
honey,
managed
I told you to
somehow
stay
to
in
get
your
up
room.
this high,
Okay now.
this close to the truth,
Promise.
to
That is not
ultimate
gonna let
power.
anything happen to you.
And it's only
want your
because he
father to
wants to
protect us,
dismantle
don't
it.
you? So do I.
That would be amazing.
What a twist!
One more thing before I go. I'm so happy that I got to be the lucky bastard in this fucked up place who got to be with you.
No.
So, in case I wasn't clear enough earlier, I love you, Juliet Nichols.
That's a shame. It's a real shame.
Oh my. It's so. People have to know. They have to see.
Rosa was right. The display is a lie.
So here's the problem, though. If they know, the people in power, that outside isn't bad, what on earth do they have to gain from keeping people in this place? I can't believe that they're willing to go this far just to have a little power.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Because here's the thing, people are used to the structures they grow up in, you know what I mean? So even if they leave the silo, they're still going to look to the power structure they already had for continuity, for security, and the traditions they were raised with are still going to lead them to continue, you know, living the way they lived in the silo, just obviously with a few modifications. The mayor, I guarantee you, will still be the mayor. The sheriff will still be the sheriff, etc. You know, they will still have the power they have, even if they do open the door or whatever to outside. It leads me to believe there's got to still be some sort of threat out there, or at least they think there is, even knowing that the world is lush and green and has birds and such. There's got to be something that they believe will still kill them all if they go outside, and I need to know what that is. Also, I need to know what the significance is of the number 18. I'm sure they didn't choose that number for nothing. Were there 18 founders? Is that why? Is this Vault 18? We're gonna go outside to find out this secretly silo has been taking place in the Fallout universe this whole time. I want to know why it started lighting up. I assume that was a message that Bernard was receiving from the people to whom he reports, because it does seem like there's always a level up, you know? But of course, I could be wrong. There's no way to really know until they tell us. Episode 10, the finale, is entitled Outside. So I am very curious to know what's about to happen. I'm not expecting Juliet to actually go outside. Maybe the very last scene of the series of the season will be her getting ready to step outside, you know, but like not actually going past that point. But yeah, it's all coming to a head at the moment, at least the stuff inside the silo. Bernard's world is totally falling apart. But the most interesting thing here is the little implications that I think this episode gave us, that Sim's wife and possibly Sims himself might actually be flame keepers unbeknownst to everyone else, and like the sort of
what's wrong with your eyes,
deepest of deep cover, you know, with Sims slowly getting himself into a position to be the one with the actual power, so that he could possibly can go ahead and reveal everything in a safe way. Of course, I could just be giving him too much credit. All we really can say is that he appears to be after the top spot. There's definitely just sort of, you know, more base reasons for someone to want to do that. He could just want the power. And of course, if he's a true believer like Bernard, it could just be that he desperately wants to make sure that he's in control to keep things from going south, you know? I'm definitely curious to find out more about what's really going on with him and his wife. Great episode. I'm really, you know, loving the way that they're slowly giving us answers that build into even more questions. That's my favorite type of mystery, is to just constantly have the rug pulled out from under you, but not in bullshit ways. I was beginning to worry a little bit that certain things that needed to be answered to prove that they weren't just pulling things out of their asses were not going to get answered, such as how Juliet was managing to avoid cameras. Obviously, we still don't know who is helping her, but we know now that someone definitely is. She's not just magically lucking into blind spots constantly. Someone is creating blind spots for her. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode, what your speculation is for the finale. If you've already seen the finale or read the books, you can feel free to talk to other people who have as well. Just make sure, as always, that you use your spoiler warning and put about 4 or 5 lines of space so that people like me and other tasty morsels who have not managed to go past this point yet won't get themselves spoiled on what's probably going to be some amazing reveals coming up in this finale and in future seasons to come. Thanks so much for watching with me. As always, do your best to stay safe and be well, and I will see you for the next one. We're going outside. Bye-bye.
I was IT Travel Essential today.